So welcome back team. This another part we are continuing to learn index match function. Last topic I explained you VLOOKUP function. So I'm using if error function to identify whether any error occurs, then show empty cell. So in VLOOKUP it happens if the product you are searching not exist, then it returns NA, hash NA. Hash NA stands for not available, and the product name I compare with the data set I created. So iPhone 11 not exist, and VLOOKUP function throw error, but I am showing here the empty message to user. Now from master data, I will be showing you how to use index and match function. Okay. So for just quick clarity of index and match function, I copy some part of data from the existing data set. So the worksheet is index and match. This worksheet is index and match function. So here is a quick data to discuss. Okay, I just reopen my file. Now in this file gadgets, let's say if I want to find what is the position of iPhone 16 in the current data set, and that you can find by using index function, match function. Index function show you the value at the given position, whereas match function show position of the given product. Okay, now here I write a formula for my tabular data. Let's say here I write a row number, okay, or a index number, or a position. Okay, and here I'm going to show you how to fetch product name, brand, category, and launch date. So position is what is the row number of that product you are looking for. Okay, that you enter in a position cell. So let's say fourth. So what is the fourth record? Realme Narzo is the fourth record. How to access? Write index in bracket, select the data set, lock the cells, and then select the position that you want to access. Now search what is the fourth value in the selected data set. So the selected data set fourth value is Realme, and this is how I'm just accessing it. Okay, again index. Now in the another column, if I share the position, then what is the value at fourth location? Realme. Again I write index and I select the category cell. Okay, I lock cell and then I put the number as 4. Now see it prints budget phone, and then I write index and then I select the launch date, range, then the position. So now if I change the position, let's say the position I now write as fifth. So fifth value is Oppo, first value is Galaxy S25, second value is iPhone 16. Okay, so what is the meaning of index function? Index function show a product, a brand, a category at the given position. If my position is, let's say 10, then 10th is Realme P4 Pro. If I enter 17, then it is of course error because there are only 10, 11 rows. Now you know how to handle the errors. Okay. To handle error, this index function, if you write inside if error function, if error, so this shows you blank cell if you enter something wrong, right? So this way you can write if error function always for the search purpose. Whenever you are searching element, you always use if error function. I'll do this for next two cells. Like this. Fifth is there, but 14th is not there, empty. Right? Now here I explain what is match function. This part is index function. Now I explain what is match function. I simply copy this part, okay, and I auto fit the column width. Now here we will see use of match function. Now in this record set, if I enter product name, okay, if I enter here a product name, then I want to see what is the position of the product name in the given data set. What is the position of that particular brand in the record set, right? So here we'll print position for all. Let's say here the product name is Moto G86 power, okay. Then the brand, let's say if I enter as Apple, category I'm just writing gaming phone, and the date I enter as 10th September 2025. It should be 10th September 2025. Different records, okay. So Moto G86, what is the position of Moto G86? Write match function, select the range, select the lookup value, what you are searching for is equal to match. I select this cell. In the range, I select H4 to H14 and I end it with a 0. 0 stands for you compare Moto G86 exact as it is. The spelling should match as it is. So it is the ninth one. Now if I write match Apple in this data set and compare exactly, then it returns it is second. Again match, search for gaming laptop in this range and compare exactly. So it is third position. Then again match, search for launch date in this particular range and now see it returns first. So the date 10th September is the first value in the cell. Category gaming phone. So there are multiple records, but match function comparing it by occurrence. Index function also getting it by occurrence. Remember this. So what is index and match function? Index function returns the value at the given position. Okay. Returns value at the given position. What is match function? Returns position for the given value. Position for the given value. That is a match function, right? Now, this is just a one syntax how to write a index and match function. But a match function is also used for multiple conditions. So this part I explained for single condition. Okay, I write the step as checking only one comparison with only one comparison. Now I'll show you with more than one comparison. Okay, I'll make it bold. Now what are the 2-3 comparisons I'll tell you. Now suppose with more than one comparison. So suppose if I ask enter product name, enter category, okay, or you enter a brand and enter a category and then show here what is the position, right? Then show here what is the position. So I'm searching for a brand. Let's say the brand I enter as um, suppose the apple is repeated thrice. Okay, this also I write down at multiple places as well as here. So one is smartphone, then the same is a budget phone, and then there is a gaming. So there are three different smartphones for the same category, Apple. So the brand is Apple, and the category I consider as smartphone. So now check Apple and smartphone. Compare for Apple and smartphone. Okay, in this range. So I simply select and I will do one thing. In the conditional rule, I also apply a rule that is equal to and. If this sale is compare with this particular name, this particular brand, one second, I-27, correct. I remove this dollar symbol, and one more condition is category I compare with this category. If it match, then turn the color. I turn the color to dark brown. Okay. Now check, there is only one. Now instead of smartphone, if I enter budget phone, so it is now highlighting that phone here. Then position, what is the position of this particular sale? So I here write a comparison. Now see how to compare. Okay, so is equal to match. Now lookup value, now you write as a 1. Lookup value you write as a 1. Why I will tell you in a moment. And the comparison is between brand you compare with this particular range. Remember to log the sales, comma, category you compare with, not comma. Complete the bracket, multiply, and in the second bracket, compare budget phone with the category and also log the sale. Okay, this uh, syntax is different than the previous match function. Previously, I was comparing the value. Now here I am comparing 1. This is a simple mathematics. Now comparison you check. Apple you compare with this range. So Apple in this particular range match for how many times? I write down here. So you are comparing Apple in this range. So it match for second place. Okay. So the comparison I'm writing down as 0, 1. Second place is matching. Okay. Then next 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth is matching. Match means 1. Not match means 0. And again 1, 2, 3 are not, and Apple is again matching. 0, 0, 0, 1. I repeat my uh, explanation. So whenever the match found, I'm writing down 0 I'm writing down 1 and other places I'm writing down 0. Now this I'm going to multiply. Okay, I will be multiplying this 0 or 1 with what? Now I'm comparing the next value budget phone. So budget phone is matching how many places? First, second, third is not matching. So it is 0, right? Fourth place is matching. That is why it is 1. Fifth place, fifth, sixth place is not matching. But seventh place is matching. Then 8, it is not. Next is yes. Next 2 are not. So whenever the match found, consider 1. Whenever the match not found, consider 0. Assume 0. Now you multiply the maths. 0 into 0, 0. 1 into 0 is also 0. This is 0. This is 0. This is 0. This is also 0. Here is 1. Then 0. Then 0. Then 0. And then 0. Okay. So now in this answer list, I am looking for 1. So here in match function, I am looking for 1. So once I solve the multiplication of the two different conditions, Excel returns this array, the last array. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. So now find 1 in the answer list. So 1 is at the location of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This one value is available in this particular range at the 7th position. Now how you want to compare exactly? Exact comparison. Now I press enter and hitting enter it says hash value. So why hash value? So whenever you are using the match function with more than one comparison, remember to press Control Shift Enter, not enter. Control Shift Enter only gives you the answer. The reason is this is called array function. Array function means what? Where multiple comparisons you are handling in a Excel. So these are the multiple calculations, and this is a array function. Okay, so I explain this once again. So suppose on the place of budget phone, now if you enter gaming phone, on the place of budget phone, if you enter gaming phone, so simply how Excel find the position is Apple. Now compare Apple in this particular range. So how many places Apple match with the value? First is not, that is why I'm putting 0. Second is yes. Next 4 are 0 because the values are IQO, Realme, Oppo and Vivo. They are not matching the word Apple. Next is yes, that's why I'm putting 1. Same second side you compare the value as gaming phone. So gaming phone match at first, second is not, third is yes. Then fourth is not, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. All are zeros and only the last one is matching. So that is why it is 1. Okay. All are other places you are getting it as 0 except the third position. Other places are 0. Okay. So the gaming phone match only at third and the last position, right? Now you do the multiplication. So all the places you will get the answer as 0, but the last one you will get 1. So the count of last one is coming 11. This is how match function works. So what is the syntax to write a match function with multiple condition? Put 1, then compare multiple conditions and multiply them. Get a product of multiple conditions and Excel results that in the form of 1 and zeros. The multiplication evaluates the answer in the form of 1 and 0. Now find the position of 1 in that answer, and that is you are getting 11. But don't press enter, press Control Shift Enter to get the answer. So you can compare such multiple conditions. Let's say if you compare Apple and the particular date. So date and brand also you can compare. Date and category you can compare. Product name and brand you can compare. Multiple conditions you can check with the match function. So for better practice, I will be sharing you the updated file along with a separate one more assignment to you. Walk through it. Okay. You try yourself and then I explain you how to use this particular functionality as an alternate to VLOOKUP function. So I believe you completed practicing the functions. Now I want to show you how index and match function is alternate to VLOOKUP function. So the invoice we created, the same you also can create using index and match function. I will be teaching you differently. Now just consider that the product name, and if I share the processor name, okay, product name and processor name. So based on that to comparison, I want to access the price and camera setup. Okay. So here in this sheet, I explain VLOOKUP versus index match function. So this is the important worksheet to explain you the alternate to VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP, you cannot compare two different conditions that I already told you. So here if you enter product name and the processor name, processor, then here it should print camera setup and cost both. Okay, two things I will be sharing, and based on that here we are going to access camera setup cost as well as rating. What is the rating for that product? That also I will access and print over here. Okay. So for master data, just consider I grab some records like I grab 2nd, 5th, 10th, 14th, let's say 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20, 4 records. Okay, so they are here. Then for processor also we'll go for the same. 5th processor, then 10th processor, it is 9th, then 15th processor, and then 20. So the processors, they are here. Now how to access camera setup comparing two conditions. So I will be first accessing using match function. Compare the product name in the product table. I select the first column and this is my first comparison. Complete the bracket, multiply it with second set of condition. So my second set of condition is compare processor with the processor column. Okay. And I complete the bracket comma 0. So the match function should return me where is that one, uh, it search and print the result. So control shift enter. Now it is checking whether Realme Narzo and LCD is the processor or not. So let's check Realme Narzo 80 and processor is Diamond City. I think I selected something wrong. 510, then 15th, and then 20. Okay, so there is a mistake. I instead on the place of processor I selected something wrong. Okay, now it is showing me the result as 4, and if I drag down, then it is showing me this particular condition is matching at 4th location, this particular configuration is matching at 9th location, this particular is at 14th, and this one as the 19th. Okay, like this it is showing me the results. So understand the process now. This particular function, match function, I told you that only returns the position of one. Okay, not the data. But what I'm looking for is the camera setup. So what is the fourth camera setup? So in the fourth location, the camera setup is triple 50 plus 2 plus 2 MP. That is the camera setup. So simple. Before this match function. Now here in the index, I select the camera setup data. Okay, I selected the camera setup, comma, this match function. So match function returns the position 4. And what is the significance of the index is index function access the fourth value from gadget's camera setup. So match function provide a position, index function will provide the value. So match function will compare more than two conditions, returns the position, and that position index is using it to access the camera, right? Now if I press Ctrl Shift Enter, now see I'm able to fetch the data. I will try once again. I first write match function 1 comma first condition set is product name compare with, and you no need to every time switch between the sheets. So if you know the name of the table, that is a gadget table, right? Gadgets in the bracket here also you can access the data set. Okay, I'm just typing the name and then I select product name bracket complete multiply with the processor is equal to gadgets in the bracket gadgets in the bracket. Now I compare processor. See how easy it is. I no need to even switch between the worksheets if I'm using format as a table. So this comparison now compares exact match and returns it is the fourth one. So the same I provide to index function. So from gadgets I want to show the name of camera setup, comma. This should be a match function. Bracket complete, shift enter. Okay, I made a one small mistake. One second, I will write it down once again. Index gadgets of camera setup, comma, match. So it is here. Now access rating. Now rating is in a last column. Okay. So simply I write index gadgets of last column, that is average rating, match 1, compare the columns as Realme Narzo with gadgets in bracket product name bracket complete multiply with second condition gadgets processor bracket complete comma 0 8.2. So how easy it is. So Excel is smart in handling multiple conditions as well as fetching the data sets. Okay, so now I want you all to try this interesting function index and match with multiple conditions. So I'm sharing this version of file with you. Combine both functions match and index. Okay, so this is the index plus match function alternate to VLOOKUP. Okay, powerful function index and match function. So I'm updating gadgets over the drive. First you practice, then I will share you one more interesting task to complete. Okay, so here I'm now going to assign you a task to assess your Excel concepts, practical use cases, and whether you are able to recall the syntax a function in Excel or not. Okay, I uploaded this final activity as a one case study on a drive. Extract the file and you will see these three things. First, you open the PDF file, and in this PDF, you will find the steps, guided steps. So this guided step explain you what exactly you are going to complete in this entire Excel worksheet. So there are multiple worksheets like main data, receipt entry, report collection, report students. So the questions are simply provided over here. Now if I open the file as a training management, as the guided step says in the main data, in column course end, show end date of the course using formula. Course name and course duration given in the settings worksheet. Course end date should be after given number of days for the given course. So if you open this worksheet, then you will find students data set, form number, then date of admission, status, first name, last name, student name, full name, everything is here, and lot of columns. Now the columns are empty here as from O to T, and you are going to find using a formula. So here you are going to put a formula for course end date, and as per the guided steps, here are multiple worksheets. The last worksheet is setting. So for every course there is a fee, there is a duration. Like DevOps is for 36,000 90 days, then Python is for 20,000 25 days, like this. So there are multiple courses with the respective fees and course duration. Now in the main data, the course you will find here as Angular 6. So for Angular 6, what is the duration for the course? Now from the course start date, you are going to find the course end date. So your formula will here print the uh, course end date here. And once you find the date, end date, okay, then open final worksheet and you compare whether your answer is right or wrong. So here in this sheet, see the end date should be 27th January 2017. So if your formula returns the date range in the final, uh, matching it to the final activity sheet, then only your answer is valid. So the final activity is a file that shows you the solution, but you cannot copy the formula, though you cannot see the formula, what is the function or formula used in this worksheet. Only you can compare whether your answer is matching with this or not. Okay, so you follow the PDF steps and then complete this entire activity. So this single activity will cover everything of Excel. So you are all going to write a formula function in a Microsoft Excel, and you are going to compare the solution with the final activity. I just uploaded this in the Google Drive link. Now you can download and start practicing it. I am very much confident that solving this entire PDF guided step, you will feel very much confident in working in a Excel with the real time task. Okay, for the finance, for the business, for the analysis, for visualization. So this simple guided PDF activity covers everything of Excel. What requires is efforts and the time to solve the problem statement. So you invest almost 5 to 6 hours to solve this activity, and you will feel completely confident in using Excel. Okay, and feel free to ask questions, raise your hands. I am here to help you, and I will be guiding you on solving this activity.